What's this doing? Sorry, everybody. Hold on one second. What is going on? Well, while that's loading up, everybody, welcome to show number 3 to the Frankie Halloween live show. Come on. There we go. Okay, everything's all set now. All right. It is Tuesday, February 17th, 2026. This is show number 3. This is the Frankie Halloween talk show. And in case you haven't tuned into this channel before, this is an all Halloween podcast slash talk show. Feel free to call in on the number you see behind me. Text, call, talk anything Halloween. This isn't more like a podcast. This is a talk show where it's like an open forum for anyone to talk about anything they want. And me to just to babble on about any kind of Halloween material that I think about. I wonder if this chat's working. No one's writing anything yet. Can everyone hear me? Now keep in mind there is a 20-second delay, so everything you guys are hearing is coming in 20 seconds after. Okay, so yeah, phone is covering sign. Gotcha. Thank you. Move that right here. Is that better? I think that should be good. Let me look at the screen. All right, cool. All right, so yeah, last week, well, Friday, we had a live show, which is my last show, on Friday the 13th. And it was actually quite a successful show. We had a lot of phone callers coming in, and one really stood out more than the rest. We had someone call in about him being haunted. What's up, Lisa? We had a phone caller. He called in. His name was Rick, and he called in about his house being haunted. He's been being haunted since he was 5 years old, and it was a topic that a lot of people were getting nervous about in the chat. And I had a couple people texting about if you think it was real. Yeah, I believe things like that do happen, and it got me thinking a lot. I happen to know a medium, a person that can talk to the other side, and I invited him in as a special guest. Not tonight, but we're going to be doing a 1 to 2 hour special on Saturday night, and he's going to come in. He's a medium, and we're going to have him live in studio, not here. We're gonna take it to a bigger spot so he can have more. He needs a place where it's not in this studio, more of a quieter area, somewhere he's comfortable with. So we're going to take it to a different area, not in this live studio. What's up, Matthew? No, neither one, man. I'm sorry. I'm a parent of 3. I got so much stuff to do. It's tough to even get 10 minutes by myself. But getting back to Saturday, we're going to have a special guest. He is a medium. He talks to the other side. So if you are being haunted or you want to talk to somebody that passed, this is the guy to talk to. He is legit. I've known him for quite a long time, and I've seen a couple of things that he has done and he's going to come with his expertise. He's not going to charge a single thing for a couple minutes of your time to call in with someone you want to talk to, and he will be available Saturday night. Hoping to get on between 6 and 6:30 and try to get off before 9. What's up, Bentley? Am I vegan? No, not a vegan. Why Jenna? Oh, Jenna Tolls. I see. I like that one. Jenna Tails. I gotcha. But yeah, so Saturday night's a very exciting night. It's my first ever special guest. He will be a medium live in the studio, and he will be able to take your calls if you guys have someone to talk to. But anybody that's into Michael Myers, I have a very exciting story to share with you that a lot of people don't know about. It's the story behind Halloween's 1, 2, 3, and 4 and how and why they were made. A lot of people are confused about this. They just think it's Halloween 1, Halloween 2, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, and then Halloween 4. Now, most people see it as that, but there's a lot that goes into it that no one knows about. Quite a few years ago, I actually had the pleasure of running into John Carpenter at a convention, and I was the last person to see him. And I just mentioned to him that Halloween 2 was one of my favorites. And he got into spewing off a bunch of his knowledge to me. And I was more starstruck and like, why is this guy talking to me? He's such a famous dude. Why is he giving me any moment of his time? But I actually started listening a couple minutes on. And what I'm about to tell you is 100% authentic and true. Some of you might not believe me, that's fine. But I am taking it straight from the source, John Carpenter himself. Now guys, keep in mind, you guys can call in at any time. The number's right behind me. Do not call anonymous. You guys can text. I'll share everything you have to say right on the air. Or if you want to call, we can have a nice conversation about something on your mind, Halloween related. Okay, so quite a few years ago, I ran into John Carpenter and I told him about I loved Halloween 2, and he said, "You're actually you're the first person to say that to me today." And I said, "Really?" He's like, "I got a story to tell you if you have a few minutes." I'm like, "Sure." Okay, so Halloween 1. Yeah, I am a black Hebrew Israelite. You figured it out, buddy. It's Bobby. The questions I get asked on this. Last week I was being asked to get married, and now this week I'm a black Israelite. You guys are good. Okay, so Halloween 1 in 1978. Thank you, Bobby. I need to eat more fruit. Oh my God. Thank you, man. I'll keep that in mind. Oh man. It's very, very rare I get caught off guard by something that actually funny and it made me get off cue. But yeah, thanks again, Bobby, for subbing. What's up, Versed in? Do I play survival horror games? I do. Dead by Daylight. I got a phone call coming in. Hey, how are you? How do I have the pleasure to talk to tonight? Oh, this is Rick from last week?
Yeah. How you doing, man?
Well, I'm trying to figure out. I just got a tripod for this phone. I'm trying to figure out how to work it here to get it close to the microphone.
Okay.
All right, how about now? Talk now?
Oh, okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's a little better.
Okay. Yeah, I called in last week, about the lady, a lot of the home those things last week, man. I tried to call it increase. I tried to get everybody in there to try to come help me out, but nobody was willing to help me, man.
Well, I got some good news for you, Rick. Rick, you ready for some good news? All right, listen. I got a man. I don't know if you heard me at the beginning that I have a medium coming to my studio on Saturday. This man talks to the other side. He might be able to figure out if you call in on Saturday night. I'm hearing an echo. I think you need to lower the the YouTube in the background.
You say call this Saturday?
Yeah, this Saturday I'm gonna have an actual medium that talks to people on the other side. Because it's all because of you, Rick. We had a lot of people coming out talking, texting about about ghosts, and it got me thinking.
Scary,
Um,
man. She's scary. That's what I've been dealing with for years, man, and she won't leave. I'm seeing this lady in my window, in the bed. When I sleep at night, I have to sleep with the lights on. And then when I wake up, man, like I'll wake up like 3:30, 3:41, and like the lights will be off. Like, Frankie, I don't know what to do, man. I'm coming to you for help.
did you do the sage thing I talked to you about?
I can't talk to my family because they think I'm crazy.
No, you're not crazy. It's a ghosts are a tough thing for people to believe until it actually happens to them. But I promise you, Saturday we'll get some answers for you. Like I said, I'm not an expert with ghosts. I don't know anything about how to take care of a ghost apparition taking over your life. All I can do is help. And I got him.
Now my lights are putting on and off, man. And I think I'm just gonna take a drive, but I'm just gonna take a drive tonight. I mean, like people at my job think I'm crazy, and my family thinks I'm crazy. I see this lady. Her name is Lorena. That is her name. She tells me, like, she tells me she says she killed her kids.
Oh man,
She's trying to find them. She's real. I'm telling you.
I believe you,
She's real, Frankie. She's real.
Rick. I believe you. I believe in ghosts.
Yeah, but have you experienced a lot of Lorena? She's real.
I believe you. I believe a lot of people that are watching believe you too, because you sparked a lot of conversation after I got off the phone with you. Um, but which led me to get in touch with a guest that's coming in Saturday. He can talk to you and actually talk to whoever's haunting you. He has this gift, and maybe he can get some answers. I'm gonna be going live on Saturday night between 6 and 6:30, and he's a legit, 100% legit medium, and hopefully he can give you some answers because he deals with this. He can help you out. He can guide you the right way and everything.
Okay, Frankie. Thank you, man. I'm gonna take a drive. Thank you so much.
Rick, good luck, man. I feel so bad for you, man. I've been thinking about your situation since I got the phone with you on Friday night. But like I said, just please hang tight until Saturday. Hopefully we can figure out what's going on.
Okay, thank you, man.
All right, Rick. Thanks, man. Thanks for calling, buddy.
All right, man. Thank
Bye.
you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Rick. Oh, I got a couple missed phone calls here. Let's see. We got a text message. Yo, what's going on? The 518 number. Please text your name also so I could give you a shout out. Who's the missed call from? From Michigan, a 313 number. If you feel like calling, call back, okay? All right, yeah, guys, that was Rick. That was the guy I was talking about at the beginning of the show that gave us a call that had everyone talking. As you can see, oh, well, we got a lot of people saying hi here. We got, do you play survival mode? Yeah, I was explaining before he called. I play Dead by Daylight. Go from the bottom. Landon, hello. Joshy boy, what's going on again, bud? Epic. Nice mask. Thanks, man. I had a absolutely ton of masks that I've had. If you want to go check out some of the reviews, every single mask I get, I do a full review on and explain if it's good or not. Wow, Frankie, Rick sounded young and serious. Let me tell you something. What's your name, Hannah? Hannah. Um, he called last week. He called Friday the 13th and explained his story. And he he's terrified. Since 5 years old, this man's been being followed by this ghost. And he says it's worse than ever. He says the lady talks to him. He hears her voice. He tells her, I mean, he she tells him that she's killed her children. And I'm not a ghost expert, but this sparked a huge conversation. So I actually have a medium coming in my studio on Saturday night to help him and other people, but mainly because what Rick did, he started a big conversation that everyone was talking about. His story sounded so real, and in the background, what was that noise? It is evil. I'm Clarence Claymore. Oh, that's a cool name. What's going on, Clarence? He was crying. I am doing good, Joshy boy. Tuesday night, came down, trying to do a quick 1 hour show. Anyone just joining, feel free to text or call in, just like Rick did. I heard him say La Lorana. She's very much real. Really? Yeah, I've had a very hard time hearing him. I'm trying to figure out this phone and how to get it closer to the microphone because his voice was very scratchy. He has a very deep, raspy voice, so it's tough to hear him clear on the air. When is our wedding? I don't know. Maybe February 30th? We could plan for February 30th to be our wedding. But yeah, guys, that was Rick. But getting back to what me and John the Commenter had a conversation quite a few years ago, I'm going to explain to everybody the real story behind Halloween 1, 2, 3, and 4. Just sit back, relax. You don't even have to watch. Just listen. It's quite a great... If you guys are interested in Michael Myers, there's a lot of Halloween fans out there. I'm going to say a lot of things that you might not know, and maybe stuff you do know. But I've been wanting to get my advice. I haven't had an audience to tell this to for quite a while, if not ever. But I'm going to say it now. So John Compton and I had pretty much an interview without a camera about 15 years ago at a convention, and I told him that he loved Halloween too, and he said, sit down, I got a story. So I sat down right next to him, and he talked my ear off for about 15 minutes. Halloween 1 was an idea him and Deborah Hill had back in 1976. Now back then, horror wasn't as popular as now. It was just kicking off. We can share, I saw the ring. So, Halloween 1 wasn't even supposed to be called Halloween. The original idea was The Babysitter Murderer. No, The Babysitter Murders. A very weird title, but Deborah Hill and John Carpenter, they had an idea to not just make one Halloween movie. It was supposed to be a series of movies. Just like Creepshow, but they have them all crammed into one show. So John Carpenter and Deborah, I'm going to call them the writers from now on. It's easy to say that. They had an idea to make multiple horror movies, like little creepy series, not a series, but a creepy image to keep you nervous and at the edge of your seat. So their first idea was The Shape, as everyone knows as Michael Myers. And he had no idea. The writers had no idea about how popular this would be and how they would create something no one could get enough of. So they wrote the first movie. Again, it was called The Babysitter Murders. And they didn't like it, so they changed it to Halloween. And they said maybe because they had an idea. Now keep this in mind. This is the most important part. You got to remember, this was their idea, to make a series of horror movies, not just one. So they said instead of making it The Babysitter Murders, let's call it Halloween, and every movie we do after this, Halloween. But we'll call it Halloween 1, Halloween 2, Halloween 3, with different scenarios, just like Creepshow, but whole movies. You should play Dead by Daylight. I do play Dead by Daylight quite a bit. It's full iconic horror movie. I go almost every character. If you want, you could text my text line, and after the show, I'll give you my name on there. We can play together. Because me and my son, we both play. I'm down to play with my fans. Uh, so, what'd I kick off? What'd I leave off? Anyway, so they want to make a series of horror movies, not like Creepshow, just a show. So the first idea was Michael Myers, and we all seen Halloween 1. Very low budget, the first ever idea. Extremely low budget. At the time, it was so low budget that there's so many mistakes in the movie that were left there after they were done editing. They had no money to go back and re-edit it and re-act the scene, because if you guys remember, there's actually a scene where Bob and his girlfriend in the van, and he said, we're gonna rip Lindsay's clothes off. Now a lot of people don't catch on, but Lindsay was an 8-year-old girl in that movie. He was trying to say Annie, but because they had such low money, they left that in the movie. You and your son play too? Alright, yeah, so text the number behind me, your name, and I'll send you a friend request when the show is over. I play on Xbox. I don't know if that would affect it if you play on PC or PlayStation, but I'm on Xbox Series X. And oh boy, hold on one second. Sorry, I had to turn on Do Not Disturb on my phone. Okay. So yeah, Halloween 1 was over. We seen Dr. Loomis come in, shoot Michael Myers 6 times, and shoot him off the porch, and he falls into the yard, rendered dead. And then he goes and looks, and his body is gone. Now, that's where they wanted to leave it. That's where they wanted to end it. Michael Myers was supposed to be over. That was their first movie in this series done, and that was it. They created a masterpiece, and they would on to the next subject, which a lot of people know now as Halloween 3. They started working on that immediately. Now Halloween 3 is called Season of the Witch, which was originally their second idea. But when they started filming this video, they had to stop production. Because once rumors got out that Michael Myers, the story wasn't complete, there was a lot of people complaining in his ear. And there was multiple people, Hollywood stars, fans, going up to him on the street, are you doing another Michael Myers movie? And him and Deborah, they said, we might have to stop production on Season of the Witch and make another Halloween. They stopped production on Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, and they went back in, grabbed all the cast members a couple years later, and they started writing a new Halloween 2, which honestly, they did an incredible job on Halloween 2. They kept it as close as the years as they could possible. They tried to make every character look the same, but it was during Jamie Lee Curtis's startup, so she was young, so she looked a lot different a couple years later doing all the movies. But they tried their best to make her look young again, only a couple years younger, but she looked totally different, so it was really hard for them to get that look back like it was the same night. $. So I'm just reading all the comments, seeing if anyone's talking. Now, before I keep going, guys, please subscribe if you're not. I do Halloween stuff all year long. I do store tours. I'm going to be having a trivia game show coming this summer. Please subscribe so you don't miss none of it. I'm getting back to the story. Now, Halloween 2, honestly, is one of the most creepiest settings you could possibly get. And I have another little bonus, not a tip, what do you want to call it? A little nugget for you if you didn't know. Halloween 1's mask. I know you all know the William Shatner story. They spray painted a William Shatner mask from Star Trek, but that's not it. The mask that they used in number 1 was put in storage. Now, in number 1, Nick Castle was Michael Myers. There was another guy that played. I don't remember his name. But in Halloween 2, they used a guy named Dick Warlock. Pretty close, similar height. But when they pulled the mask out of storage, the latex paint kind of stuck together, being in storage for a couple summers. So when they took it out, it was kind of sticking together. So when they ripped it apart, the mask had already looked different. And now when Dick Warlock put the mask on, he had a wider face than Nick Castle. Now, Halloween 1 and Halloween 2, the masks look completely different, but they are 100% the same mask, which blew my mind when I found that out. Now, that's a really cool fact about that mask. And they look completely different. Like, Halloween 2's mask is really creepy, and it's really tough to duplicate. I don't know many people that can duplicate that. Not even Trick or Treat Studios can duplicate that mask. Now, they stopped production on season of The Witch for Halloween 2, and they said that we're going to kill him off and be done with the Michael Myers story. So as you all know, if you've seen Halloween 2, you've seen him burn on fire at the end with Dr. Loomis, and that was it. He fell down, kept burning. That was supposed to be the end of Michael Myers so they can go on to the next movie in this series, the Season of the Witch. So they did it. They ignored all the people. They shut up a lot of people saying we want more. They killed the character Michael Myers, and they're on to the next story, which was Halloween 3 Season of Witch, which I love personally. Me growing up, I didn't know the whole story behind it. I just was confused of why Season of Witch was even part of the Halloween series. I'm glad I got clarification on why it is what it is. But so season 3 was filmed. I mean season 3. Season of the Witch, Halloween 3 was filmed. And people are still pissed. They don't know why it was called Halloween, because they made Michael Myers go in both movies now. So now the word Halloween is Michael Myers. So when there's no Michael Myers in the movie, they were expecting something different. What's up, Larex Official? What's up, Baby J? So when Michael Myers was not in Halloween 3, people were again pissed off at the writers. And it was kind of a dud. Halloween 3 was a dud in the theaters. Everyone was complaining about it. It had a low, what do you call it, thumbs up, whatever they call it back then. Because they were just pissed about no more Michael Myers, and they didn't care about the movie too much. So they were kind of nervous about continuing the Halloween name, because they wanted, again, the Halloween name to be a series of different horror movies. They wanted nothing to do with Michael Myers anymore. But they got nervous because Halloween 3 flopped and they lost some money. So they said, how are we going to get this going again? And they came up with an idea to call it The Return of Michael Myers. It took them a long time to figure it out. About 6 years, 5 or 6 years. And they wrote up a new script on how to get Michael Myers back to life. You love the background, thank you very much. I got a lot more stuff. And pretty much everything you see back here is going to be up for prizes when I start my Halloween game show. What do you love most about the background? I love Terrifier. I'm a huge Michael Myers guy, but Art the Clown just, He took over my personality. I absolutely love that character. But getting back to Halloween 3 and 4. So Halloween 3 and Halloween 4, where Halloween 3 was officially done and they had to make a Halloween 4. They said, should we start another story that we want to do, or should we go back to Michael Myers? And they said, let's make some money. Let's put Michael Myers back in the movies. And they came up with a script idea. They brought him back to life somehow after melting on that floor in the hospital back in 1981. And in 1988, they came out with Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. It was not easy for them to figure out how to do this. Now, this is now the second storyline in the Halloween genre, because a lot of people have a lot of, if you're new to Michael Myers, it's very confusing to watch Halloween 1 through 3, and then 4 through 8, and then Rob Zombies, and then the Halloween 2018 to 2022. There's like 4 or 5 different ways to look at Michael Myers' story, and it's very confusing, even to myself, a humongous fan. And if you don't watch the movies over and over again and understand there's different ideas being played, it's really confusing to a lot of people. But Halloween 4 was made, The Return of Michael Myers, in 1988. And they committed to the character and said, we're going to ride this guy out until it dries away. And it never has. They made billions, not millions, billions off the character. He's an absolute icon, possibly the greatest horror icon of all time. I believe he is. His merchandise sells off the shelves. There's only one true competitor to his merchandise, and it's this guy right behind me, Art the Clown. You can't find anything of Art the Clown on the shelves. It sells so fast. But that's the whole story behind the Halloweens 1, 2, 3, and 4. I had an amazing conversation with John 15 years ago. It was probably even longer than that. But I couldn't believe the man was just so happy to have this conversation with me. And it kind of fueled me to like it even more, because I just met the man and had a huge, long conversation about my favorite horror icon. And it felt like I was his friend. And that's what made me like him even more. A lot of people say John Carpenter is a weird person to have a conversation with, and maybe I'm weird because I didn't have any issue at all. But that is the story of Michael Myers in 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, anyone want to call? Give me a call. Text. Let me see if anyone's been calling or texting. No one right now. But I also wanted to talk about growing up, Halloween, how different it is to today. I was born in 1984. I'm 41. Growing up, Halloween was still pretty popular. That was really a good explanation of everything. I'm glad you listened to it. Chadley Rob. Is that it? Chadley Lube. Chadley Lob. I'm sorry. I keep butchering your name. I appreciate you listening to the whole story, because that's a long story about one topic. At least I got one person I like it. Growing up, 1984, I was born. Growing up in the early 80s to the late 80s, it was just the color scheme, the costumes you had to buy, as you could see, the retro stuff in stores now. That was what was big back then. And every house almost had their light on. There was so many kids on the street. Up until I was about 12 years old, it was just non-stop fun on Halloween night. Everyone was handing out candy. Kids were everywhere having a blast. And that's what we did. It was just fun. Somewhere along the way, people said it was an evil day, and it was the devil's day, and they wanted to stop celebrating this day. Rick X? What's that? What is Rick X? Also, Stars Truck Oddity, please send me a text message on here if you want to play Dead by Daylight. I play quite often. I don't know if I'm going to play tonight, but I'll send you a request. We could play online one time. All right, getting back to trick or treating as a kid. Now, a lot of people have a lot of issues with remembering what they were for Halloween, their favorite Halloween. I don't. I remember. I was never obsessed with Halloween. I always loved Halloween, just not obsessed as I am now. Halloween, growing up, is just different now. I see my kids and what they think is a good Halloween, and it's nothing like growing up when I was younger. And my dad said the same thing to me. So maybe it's just a day that's gradually getting worse. But that's why I created this channel. I created this channel to try and make Halloween look fun again and make Halloween positive to people that have an issue with it. It's it's like Christmas to some people. Make a lot of memories, you know. Christmas is a day where you make memories with your family, friends, and whoever it is that you see. But a lot of people look at Halloween the same way, like myself. I try my hardest to do everything I can through Halloween season to make my kids make sure they have a good childhood, make sure they give their kids the same experience, show other people that it could be fun and it's not an evil day. And that's all you could do. But I do want to talk about Halloween costumes. Growing up, what was my favorite Halloween costume? And it wasn't one you could just go in and buy. I used to absolutely love putting together my own costume. There was so much fun involved in that. I was an arts and crafts type of kid. I used to like get some face paint. That's the only thing I needed was some face paint. I used to make myself look like a vampire. I have quite a few pictures of me growing up as a vampire. As a kid, from like 8 to 10, I think I was a vampire. If you guys want to give me a call or a text, tell me what you guys used to like dressing up as a kid. I need some people to call in. Come on, guys. 401. Let me move this mess. 401-651-5632. That is not my personal number. That's strictly for this channel, this live TV show, TV show, live show. This is the phone number for that only. It's not my personal number. So this will be off during non-live hours. Now this isn't a full show anyway. I'm only going to be doing this probably another few minutes. I just want to come on here and say hello to everybody. I'm going to start doing this every other Tuesday until Halloween season comes. When Halloween season comes, I will do it every week. Maybe if I'm bored, I'll come down and do another show. But every 2 weeks, I think I'm going to do a live show. Got to work on some videos. Get some videos out there. Not always doing lives. So the next time I'll be on here will be 2 Tuesdays from now, besides the special on Saturday night with the Medium. Does anybody have anything they would like to say? Please give me a call or a text now before I say good night to everyone. I'm aware that there's a 20-second delay in the live, so I'll give you guys some time. But one thing I do want to say is I'm glad Rick called in. That was the one guy I really wanted to have a conversation with. If you're still listening, Rick, I feel so bad for the situation you're in, and hopefully on Saturday night we can find you an answer, okay? It's going to be a different phone number to call in. We're going to be using the Medium's phone number, not this one. So hopefully we can hear your voice a little better on here. because it's really tough. You have a real deep voice. Plus, you're a little upset. I can tell by your voice that your voice wasn't coming in clear. I could feel the pain in your voice. Can I have a song request, please, and thank you? Elf, what would you like me to sing? Come on, Elf Thomas. What would you like me to sing? Do you want me to do a dance for you, too? If yes, Sticky by Tyler, the Creator. I love Tyler, the Creator. I love that guy. But I will not be singing Sticky at all. But I do love Tyler, the Creator. He is the man. A lot of people don't understand that dude, but I do. I love him. But guys, hopefully you guys have subbed. So next time I'm on here, what do you mean no? I can't do right. This is a Halloween show. This ain't no. You want to sing Sticky? Oh man, you guys are crazy. Okay, it is okay. I hope so. I don't want to upset you, but this is a Halloween show, buddy. All right, guys. Well, that's gonna do it for tonight. Uh, just short little show today, just to come on here and say hello and give you guys a couple of stories. But hopefully you guys tune in for Saturday night when I have a live medium in studio. He's gonna charge nothing. He is legit. I've known this guy for a long time, and he's dead on. He made me believe. Now, when I tell you I didn't believe in anyone could talk to the other side, I was so skeptic until I seen what he could do. I got some stories, but I don't want to keep you guys on here for long. But let's just say a guy called in. He needed a combination to a safe that his grandfather passed away. This medium found out the code, and the kid opened the safe. And that's when I looked at him and said, wow, this guy is real. So Saturday night, guys, I'm special. I'm not going to come on any other Saturday night besides this Saturday because it's the only day he can come here. Saturday night between 6 and 6:30, we're going to go live on YouTube and TikTok. And we'll be on there probably about till 8:30, 9, until he gets tired of it because it is very exhausting to a medium to talk to these people. They take a lot of energy out of them. So hope to see you guys on Saturday night. That'll do it for the show. Thank you guys for tuning in. And on here, it's always Halloween on the Frankie Halloween Talk Show.